Hi guys, this is week 35 Project Life and I'm using another one of my DIY kits today, so if you haven't seen that video I'll link it down below. I've started with my photos and I'm just going through picking some cards. I loved that one-of-a-kind card for the photos of me and Lil, and I'm just trying to add something to the top for the title card, and I'm thinking this grid card. Now I picked up these two 3x4s immediately because I just loved them, but they were on top, so I carry on looking through the pile to see if there's anything else that I might like. And I don't. I just go straight back to those ones, which does make me think that the grid card works nicely because they all pick up colours that is in there. The grid's red and there's a little bit of red in my photos, so that's what I'm going with. I'm just sticking those two in stacks. They're in stacks of Snapchat photos, but I'm sticking them down and I'm just going to add a little bit of that wood grain washi tape to the top of them just for a little bit of something extra. And then I've grabbed these chipboard embellishments and I'm just punching some out and placing them where I think they might go. In the end I hardly use any of these at all, so luckily they just sort of push back into the slot where they were. So I'm just going to start with my journaling. That's why I picked that card out. I thought it was quite a nice place to just get all my journaling down in one place, so I ran that through my typewriter rather haphazardly. There's a bit of a spelling error on it too, but I'm okay with that. And now I'm going to work on my title card. I had seen this card as I was going through that stack and I thought, oh, it might make a cool embellishment, I don't know, secondary piece on the title card, but I mean, you must be able to see that as well as I can. It doesn't, but I persist and try and make it look good. I'm so unhappy with it though, I don't know what to do, and I wonder whether I can peel it off. So I'm gonna pull all of those little stickers right back off again and just try and really carefully peel this off. I guess this might be the advantage for using like temporary adhesive, but mine is definitely permanent straight away. The bits that are ripping there, you can see it's mostly off the back of the card, but it does tear a little bit of the title card piece. So I'll keep that card for later. I can still use it as an actual journal card, but now I'm working out like how I can put all these same elements back on here and cover up some of the pieces that were ripped. So I've put the letter stickers back on and they did cover up the majority of it, and I just added a hashtag to those week numbers. The chipboard didn't really cover up the bottom piece, so I went through my stash and found some label stickers, and this one just covers it, so I'm going to stick that there. I need somewhere to stamp my dates anyway, and then I'll just add the chipboard above that. So I've managed to cover up most of the ripped pieces. I'm still not like super happy with the title card, but I add a few more things to it later on and I think it ties in quite nicely. I want to stamp this label stamp and put on the menu on it, but I'm stamping two because the photo that I've got, I'm not sure whether I want to put it at the top or the bottom, so I'm stamping two while I've got the stamp out just in case. And then I'm just going to fussy cut around that with my scissors. This is the photo, so I can put it down here on the bottom or up the top, and I quite like it up the top too because it does cover up those salt and pepper things, but I really wanted it on the bottom. I've got something else planned for the photo above it and I don't want it to be up there. I had this chipboard piece, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use one of the stamps from the Kelly stamp set and stamp that down the bottom, so that's why I didn't want that label at the top of the other photo. The chipboard looks a little bit lost down here on its own, so on that label sheet there was a circle sticker and it does fit it sort of really quite nicely, but I decided instead to offset the chipboard from the label and actually stamp something on the label instead. The label's quite slick and I used that Memento ink, but it did stamp alright. I'm just going to be careful not to touch it and smudge it until it's dry. And so I offset the chipboard and then I'm adding 3 of these little enamel dots to make kind of a wee circle cluster down there. And this photo really needed nothing else except to be stuck onto the card and just added a piece of chipboard, which was the same one that I originally put on there. Perfect, because that donut really was perfect. And then to start tying things together a bit more, I'm adding some more of those enamel dots to the photos that I've actually done. I wondered about adding this up here, but I actually like the arrow, so I'm going to use the arrow to point to the Snickers bar. Yes, I was obsessed with Snickers bars that week. And here's where I just add the same enamel dots onto the title card, just those same 3 colours, the sort of peach, green and yellow, just to tie that into the other photos. I want to add a little bit more to this card down here, so I'm going to add one of the Kelly stamps and just do a little bit of sort of ghost stamping, just to add a little bit of texture to it, I guess. And I've only got one photo left, and I can't decide what I want to put on there. And in the end I saw the yellow arrow, and it works quite nicely because it points towards the notes, which does actually have a reference to this photo. So I've put that on there, and I'm just going to stamp currently on top of it. And that is this week all done. I'm having so much fun with these DIY kits. I'm so grateful that you guys suggested them. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!